Hey, what's up guys? A new shocking menace has electrified the Clash Royale arena. For the price of 5 elixir, this champion comes with 2 units. The monster, which is a high health win condition that goes straight towards buildings or towers. And a low damage dealing doctor that stuns enemies with a ranged attack. The 2 elixir ability is where the Goblinstein gets its absurd strength. Once the ability is activated, it electrifies the space between the monster and the doctor, dealing massive damage capable of wiping out entire armies on defense, or chipping down your opponent's tower that's damaged like a fireball with only 2 elixir spent. When you pair the unbelievable electric power on defense with rail delivery, cannon, and a quick cycle with skeletons and evolved ice spirit, this deck is unbreakable. And once you get good enough mechanics at the game, you can simultaneously attack on offense with rail hogs while defending cheaply with your cost-efficient cards. Opponents' elixir will always be at their lowest when they're attacking, because they won't have the cost efficiency to defend and attack at the same time like this deck. Pros rush to rank 1 in the world with this deck, and everyone in the top 200 is playing it. It's time to unleash the monster menace and assert dominance. And massive monster love to everyone that's supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. All right, we got a game against someone from the top of Colombia, and it's time to topple his towers. Recycle skeletons at the start because he still is not adjusted to the new meta balance changes, and he is running Cannoneer. Typically, Princess Tower is going to be a bit better in the meta, so it's going to be more reliable, and it's free to play friendly. So I would suggest you guys to convert from Cannoneer to Princess Tower as well, as you might be noticing from our deck. Goblinstein is going on an adventure to the left side, and if he can just get close enough to the tower, watch this 2 elixir ability pop off. Through the Mega Knight, onto the tower, dealing kind of ridiculous damage for 2 elixir. And y'all might be like, it's not just 2 elixir, Jake, it's a lot more than that. And that is accurate. I mean, it is a little bit more than 2 elixir since you are dropping the actual unit itself, but you're getting a bunch of value from the unit, so it's not terrible. We're going to log here. Oh, that Ram Rider. It did me so dirty. Anyway, we're going to pop Skellies here on the aggressive ability from our opponent. We will be able to defend this with a cannon, but man, he got a phenomenal position there just because we weren't able to get that down fast enough. If we are able to kill that Ram Rider without a charge, I think we would be in a pretty good position moving forward. Anyway, we want to go other side away from our opponent's potential of getting counter push on the left side. So we're going to go for a Ice Spirit paired with our Rail Hogs. And the Ice Spirit amount of damage that you get on the tower is huge. Not only does it freeze the Mega Knight, so you pile on the damage with the pigs, but that Ice Spirit damage, you get 3 iterations of that on the tower. So it's kind of crazy to think about, to be honest. Anyway, we're going to go and pop a log here and then skeletons afterward. There's no doubt that he wants to defend against the skeletons because the Cannoneer can't clean that up. Also, alternatively, he just loses to evolve skeletons, but I don't think he wants to do that. Even though the Goblinstein isn't able to stay alive, you're still able to get the ability down until the doctor dies. So if the monster's dead, it doesn't matter. Wherever the monster is on the map, you click the ability, and then it connects the dots from the monster's death point to your aggressive doctor positioning. Wherever the doctor is on the map, whether it's a little bit more passively played in the back, or if he's at the bridge, it's going to connect no matter how far or short away it is. All right, we're going to go for another Goblinstein here, and then we can go on a bit of an adventure with a cannon, possibly log so we don't get destroyed by an Electro Spirit, and then we're also going to go Ice Spirit and a delivery here. Looking a little bit sketch because he did go in for a Fireball. That was a well-played maneuver from our opponent. Genuinely did not expect to play against someone with Fireball and also a Mega Knight in the same deck. But hey, that's Clash Royale for you. Sometimes it cooks. All right, we're going to log, and then I think we can get away with a probable Rail Hogs placement. We want to go in for an Ice Spirit here. He's going to Fireball on the other stuff, so could be fine to go in for one more set of Rail Hogs here. He has to go for a Fireball on the tower, but I don't know if he's allowed to be honest. If we just get the Goblinstein on the tower, we win, right? With the Goblinstein on the tower, we're getting the... Yeah, it's just doing too much. It's just doing too much. That stupid card. Despite us matching into one of the most miraculously horrible matchups in the game, guy having Fireball and Mega Knight against Rail Hogs, still got slapped because Goblinstein is unstoppable. When you get that thing on the tower and you pop the ability, it's tower down. Its ability can completely clean up cards like a Mega Minion or anything in its path. If they don't delete the Doctor quick to stop the ability, they're gonna get deleted. So protect your Doctor at all costs, keeping it as far back as possible and stopping your opponent from attacking it with your logs and Ice Spirits. If you keep your opponent's units away, the Doctor is gonna slay. All right, my dude has Fireball in the banner. Could it be a second Fireball user in a row? I don't think so, bro. I don't feel like this guy's gonna have the power of Mega Knight plus Fireball, but you never know. So he's going to go for Dark Prince. That is also a pretty devious card for us to match into if we're going to be playing Royal Hogs as our primary way to win. Luckily for us, I guess it's not the primary way to win. We have multiple ways to win. We have a lot of ways of winning, whether it's the Goblinstein, the Royal Hogs, or Earthquake Cycle. There are layers and levels to our strategies. But we're going to pop the ability because I think it will be able to kill the firecracker here. And yeah, what do you know? We spent 2 elixir deleting the firecracker with the ability. It's awesome to do that. It also can crush mega minions and cards that have way more health than a firecracker. So you just need a little bit of love and then you got that thing toasted. So I'm going to go Ice Spirit, Skeletons, and then I think we can go for a Goblinstein here. I don't think this will fully counter the Ram Rider. I know for a fact that the Ram Rider is going to get some damage. But if you guys notice something, the Goblinstein, the Doctor, it stuns. So the Ram Rider can't charge into you. That's an important mechanism to know. If you don't know, now you know. Also, will that hit the tower? No! I thought it was close enough to chain to the tower. But chain was full of pain for me, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're going to go in for a log here to knock back the Dark Prince's shield and disrupt the P.E.K.K.A. so it doesn't kill my cannon. Very cool. So now we don't have to spend any extra elixir here whatsoever, because the Dark Prince should die to the tower, and then I think we can go for an Ice Spirit. And the Ice Spirit evolution is going to be furious for our opponent to deal with. If that launches itself onto the tower... Oh, it does! And the Dagger Duchess is at 0 ammo. It can't replenish the ammo fast enough. That's insane. Wait, screw it. Let's go for the Goblinstein. Drop Evolve Skeletons on his P.E.K.K.A. He's going to P.E.K.K.A. this. He's going to P.E.K.K.A. this, right? He has to. He's going to Firecracker first. This is the worst for him. We're going to pop the ability on the Dark Prince. This is hilarious. Everyone that plays into Goblinstein, it does so much damage into you. It doesn't matter you got P.E.K.K.A. It doesn't matter if you have a good counter with like Mega Knight and Fireball for other win conditions. We just use Goblinstein and we break through. And if you have buildings, it's even worse for you. We got Earthquake for that. So it's wild how everyone that has Fireball is still getting stomped. We're going to go in for an Earthquake here just to shake things up a little bit. And then we're going to go in for our cannon on defense. Should be able to Earthquake cycle for the rest of the game if I really wanted to, but that's not the way that I play Clash. If you guys know anything about me, I am more of a defensive sir that likes cycling cannons and memeing. So this is what I enjoy the most, is cycling a lot of cannons and being like, hey sir, did you enjoy the Great Wall of Cannon? I bet you didn't. So that is what we've primarily focused on, and the rest of the stuff is just kind of falling into place. Anyway, we're going to go for an Evolved Ice Spirit treading behind because I thought he would Fireball and not go in for a log, so... Wait, the piggy still found its way through a Fireball and log? How did that piggy do it? I don't know. The most miraculous piggy will go down in Clash Royale's history as a legendary pig. All right, we got to give me his Flying Rider. We'll see if this guy... Oh, it's Flynn Rider. I was going to say, we're going to be seeing if he's going to fly through with a Lava Hound or something of the sort. When I was playing against Lava Hound earlier, when I was testing the deck, I destroyed it. It was just so easy. As long as you're able to predict their barbarians and go for a log on top of them so they couldn't barbarians on top of the doctor, and you got an ability, everything they drop gets shredded. Even mega minions, which is insane to me. So, unfortunately, we are going directly into a Sparky. That is not what we want to see. But we might be able to go for Royal Hogs on the right and then use delivery against the Sparky afterward. That's a pretty decent decision. If we get a delivery on top of the Sparky, can't go wrong with that. We're also going to go and pop the ability here because it will hit the Sparky for some nice damage. I don't think we're going to reset the Sparky in time. Oh, it does. It reset the Sparky. Oh my gosh, we're going to kill the Sparky with a log. Doctor, I can't believe that you are such a damaging dude. Supposed to heal, but you say nah. All right, I'm going to go for cannon, and it's refreshing to not have to respond as often as you would typically to bait cards. We can depend on our Princess Tower to kill skeletons, unlike a Cannoneer. Imagine a universe where I don't have to spend like 5 elixir on defense there. A skeleton split up on both sides would force out like a log and an earthquake and you just be sitting there in shambles. Oh man, that was the one negative thing about the Cannoneer in the last meta. You just were not good against bait cards ever, or Graveyard for that instance. So when I'm playing against Graveyard in this game, it just feels easy mode. Every time that I match into Graveyard with our deck, with Princess Tower, I feel like weights have been removed from my ankles and I'm just able to go Super Saiyan on opponents without responding at all to the Graveyard Skeleton. Just like dropping a cannon and a log and be completely okay. It's a weird situation to be in. Anyway, you guys remember last time the Doctor put in some work. I would love to disrupt the Sparky so then maybe we're able to get a bit closer to the tower here and pop another ability. It doesn't matter if the Goblinstein gets near the tower and does damage itself. The main thing that you're looking for is getting the Doctor ability, because if you get the Doctor ability, you completely clean up with the delivery on the other side and you're chilling. It's awesome. So we're going to go for Rail Hogs because I know that I can defend this. If you feel comfortable in your defenses, why overspend when you can defend minimally and go in for offensive plays when your opponent doesn't have Elixir? So as you guys are seeing, I'm able to go Delivery, Ice Spirit, take the tower simultaneously, and trash our opponent. So Flynn Rider is riding on the next game with an L. If he thinks that that's going to break through, this is going to be comical. Watch the ability of the Goblinstein. If he cycles anything on the right, I think he's going to support this Goblin Giant. Okay, well, anyway, we're just going to shred the Spear Goblin and also the Goblin Giant at the same time. Everything's gone. Gone with the wind. And the skeleton evolution on the left side is just adding insult to injury. There's no way for him to win with the last 10 seconds. We dominated it. This deck never ceases to amaze me with how strong it is. Every single matchup that we match into feels like it's in my favor. Which is one of my favorite things in Clash Royale. Playing a deck that you can depend on, knowing that you're going to win or lose based off of your own skill. Or sometimes just win because your deck is overpowered. I guess what I meant is if you lose, it's a skill issue, and it's nice knowing you can improve with the deck, always getting better. It's time to see the power of Mr. Prince. He finished 296 in the world, so he's truly going to be a challenger. Also, he's going to have Miner, so he knows the way of the shovel. So we're going to shove him a little bit, make sure he's going to be mystified by our strategy. And we're also going to go for Rail Hogs paired with the Goblinstein, and maybe even going for an aggro play of going in for an Earthquake if he goes Bomb Tower. Yeah, I knew he was going to go Bomb Tower because most of these decks have it. And we want to be able to break through so we can pop an ability near the tower. But unfortunately, the stake in the ground was not anywhere near the tower there. So we don't get a good ability. There's no reason for us to pop it. We would just waste our potential of getting damage on the tower with the Doctor. Because the Doctor was able to get very close and even lock onto the tower there. I wonder if we're going to get a good Earthquake or not. I think we can. We are able to hit the skeletons. Some of the piggies will stay on the tower, despite our opponent using a tornado there. Overall, fantastic decision for us to Earthquake on skeletons, despite it being a -2 trade, because we get a lot of damage with the skeletons off the map because he doesn't have the damage per second to clean up the piggies. So, if you're going to go Miner, we're going to try to catch it with an Ice Spirit almost every single time. It's just the most cost-effective mechanism. And if we play against someone that goes in for a Wall Breakers plus Miner push, your best way of cleaning that up is just going to go Delivery or going Cannon, depending on what happens. So we're going to wait a little bit. If you want to go Wall Breakers, we do Delivery. Otherwise, we're going to go Goblinstein. So it's okay. I think Goblinstein's okay. If we go Ice Spirit, make a prediction on the Magic Archer, and then we go in for a Delivery, might get even better. We'll see if he tornadoes. Yeah, he does. Makes sense. That's a smart play from our opponent. I think if we pop the ability here, we might be able to clean up most of the Magic Archer. I don't know if we're able to kill it completely, and we do. That is beautiful, Goblinstein. You're crushing it right now. Even able to beat up on a top 296 player. Love seeing that. Wait, what if we go for a Earthquake on the Bomb Tower, Evolve Skeleton Split, Ice Spirit, and then just apply pressure on both sides simultaneously? I think that's the play. We can just get the Ice Spirit to put in some work here. That'll be awesome. We're going to try to go Goblinstein here. And I wonder if the Evolved Ice Spirit allows these skeletons to make their way towards the tower. It might get close for our guy. Nah, he wasn't that scared. He wasn't that pressed. Top 200 players are built different. They know what to defend and what not to. But we can get back to another Rail Hogs push because we have a champion 3-card cycle. This could be pretty meaningful for us. So I'm going to go in for a log on the skeletons and also hit the tower here. That's a bunch of damage. We'll take that. I'm going to Delivery directly on top of this and then possibly get Magic Archer, which is fine because we can Earthquake log and kill it. Ice Spirit skeletons here. Yeah, so if you didn't know, Magic Archer does die to log plus Delivery. That's a pretty cool interaction that a lot of people don't know. Okay. Also, Earthquake plus Log does kill Magic Archer. I guess that was the main interaction I was talking about. It wasn't Delivery plus Log. It was Earthquake plus Log. All right, we're going to go Goblinstein here on the Spear Goblins. And then we're going to go in for a Rail Hogs Rush. The way that we're going to win this is getting a set of Rail Hogs afterwards. So this first Rail Hogs is bound to die, but the second one can put it in work. We're going to make a prediction on the Magic Archer with the Evolved Ice Spirit. We're going to go Log. And then we're going to go for Skeletons. And then we're going to Earthquake again. So always preventing him from getting value with the Magic Archer is the way to win. Ice Spirit here, and then I think we're able to barely capture the W with one more Earthquake plus Log. Let's go, guys. We just beat one of the best players in Clash Royale, as Goblinstein grants you a ridiculous advantage. Even said well played at the end, so you gotta respect a respectful sir. Good game, Prince. It's always a tall task taking on talented players such as this guy, but when a monster's got your back, you've got the game in the sack. So I've come to the realization that the Goblinstein is actually just a better Electro Wizard. You get one more elixir for the Goblinstein, but in the cost of that, you will also be paying for a tank and the versatility of popping an ability to kill everything. So it's really insane how much value you get from that extra elixir spent. the Electro Wizard is in shambles, hoping that he is able to do this amount of damage for 2 elixir whenever he wants. It's insane because he went in for a Mega Knight and he decisively finished off our Doctor early. He understood how to delicately kill the card, but it didn't matter that much. Also, we're going to go for Skeletons and an Ice Spirit here, and then we're going to go and pop a delivery directly on the Skeleton Barrel as it pops on our tower. And yeah, sure, I don't really care that I activated King Tower earlier. It was important to remove the Mega Knight and make sure that the Mega Knight was really far away from everything else. Spending 2 elixir to counter Mega Knight is always a good trade because there's no way he's going to 3-con me, right? Probably, right? I don't see that happening. Also, matching into someone with Mega Knight is kind of fun if you play this correctly because they don't expect you to be able to beat them. Also, the ability on defense, and we shred the Doctor. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. He's going to have to Mega Knight on the right. And if he Mega Knights on the right, his tower is out of his sight on the left. Come on! There's no way! There's no way Clash Royale would do me like that, right? Wait, what if we pop the ability? Oh! Yeah, we were right. There is no way Clash Royale would do me like that. We're going to take the tower right quick. Get wrecked, sir. So as long as I defend this next Mega Knight push, we win. Despite our opponent having a Mega Knight Fireball deck, another one of these fearsome foes is vanquished. Also, pro tip, if you didn't know, delivery on top of the Skeleton Barrel before it pops to the tower, in most situations, it's objectively better. The reason why we did that there is because you want the delivery to pop the Skeleton Barrel, and then the recruit that's in the delivery, it will tank, and all the skeletons will lock onto that instead of your tower, and you'll clean it up, and you won't have to spend extra elixir. So, good play to do. Oh, you know one scary thing is when they got Mega Knight evolution, and it constantly knocks back your cards closer to the tower, so this defense might not be extraordinarily easy. We're going to go and pop the Goblinstein ability, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to go in for a log. Oh, it doesn't even look like that was necessary. Are we really killing everything with one Goblinstein and a Goblinstein ability? Is that what happens when you have Mega Knight evolution and it just doesn't break through? That's crazy, man. Also, the defense that this deck affords is ridiculous. Like, the amount of fast cycle cards that you can just jostle back to and always have in hand makes sure that the game never gets out of hand on defense. You're constantly able to defend no matter how many win conditions, no matter how many Mega Knights are dropped in your face. This deck is the destroyer of mid-ladder. The mid-ladder monsters that you might face are no match for the monster itself. But the thing that mostly melts them on defense is the Doctor ability. Monster, mash the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.